Hey, Butterfly family, I'm back. I wanted to do a quick comparison with Julia Wendell and Madeleine Mccann by using the Divine Shadow Self Oracle. I like using this deck because it helps me to get a more in depth um, idea what I'm looking at when it comes to an individual, when it comes to their shadow selves, those dark energies around them that they could be. Carrying or anyone that could be around them that could be influencing them in a negative way. And this helps me to get an idea about those not only characteristics but also the background or what's going on with the individual. And I love using, this deck as far as helping me gain more insight about an individual. So that being said, family, I'm pretty much making this a part two. I did reading already on Madeleine Mccann. It was pretty much, me being led by the Spirit, trying to get an idea, um, is Julia actually Madeleine Mccann? Now, we know God, all things are possible, okay? I would love for, Julia to be Madeleine, the long lost daughter of her parents. But I like for the spirit to do the talking. So real quick, I'm going to just be using this the Divine Shadow Self Oracle. Shout out to Divine Vision, and I want to get an idea of what are those shadow energies that are around Julia. That's all I'm looking for, and whatever comes out comes out. Now, what I want many of you to do is pay attention to repeated messages, to repeated words that comes out. Okay, that comes out, and see, do they match up? Okay, see do they match up when it comes to me looking at Julia picture and me looking at Madeleine McCain picture. See what comes out. What makes sense to you. I don't have a dog in this fight. I'm just a messenger. I'm just led by the spirit. And whatever come out in this reading concerning, Julia or Madeleine McCain, it is not facts. It is allegedly, and this is for entertainment purpose only. All right. So anyway, I'm just seeking additional clarity. That's all. So that's what this reading is about. So I'm looking at Julia window picture, okay, and just by me looking at her, she looks like a she looked like a lost soul. Let me just say that, okay? She looks like a very confused lost soul. I'm definitely going to say that about her. I mean, you can just look at her and see that, whether you feel it or you can just see it. But anyway, I want to just look at her and let the spirit do the talking. What are those shadow energies about Julia? Who is Julia? And anything spirit wants to know about Julia as far as her, intentions in the present. Her intentions in the present about who she is claiming that she says she is. Okay, and we all know that she's claiming to be Madeleine McCann. So ask my spirit guides to connect with Julia Wendell, spirit guides. I'm seeking clarity about Julia Wendell. Who is Julia Wendell? What are those shadow energies that's going on with Julia? What are her intentions as far as claiming to be Madeleine McCann? What's presently going on with Julia? What are her intentions? What are those shadow energies surrounding Julia? Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Remember, a lot of these are Julia energies, and you have to also look at anybody that she could be around that could be influencing her in a negative way. So we have here internalizing. This is someone taking things in. Next, you have the word victim. So you can say that Julia sees herself as a victim, or she could be carrying that victim mentality about her, coming out as a victim. Next, we have here held hostage is popping up. This is one who feels trapped or they're in a situation they don't want to be in, environment, shall I say, situation or an environment they don't want to be in, okay? Feels stuck, feels trapped. Next, we have ambivalence. This speaks about someone who has mixed feelings. Next, we have the word drowning. This is interesting. So we know that Julia did not drown because she's still alive. So this can be someone that's drowning in their emotions, feeling overwhelmed or upset. Next, we have the word arrogance. We have the word drug. So it's a possibility that she could have allegedly dibble-dabbled in drugs. Next, we have entanglement. This speaks about a complicated, difficult relationship that can be quite toxic. So she might have come from a very, you know, drama slash toxic background, shall I say, when it comes to relationships with family members or anyone that she could have allowed to get close to her. She could have been experiencing a lot of, toxic relationships. It has here absent-minded. This lets me know that she can be someone that's not focused. She could be very distracted on the wrong things or on the wrong individuals. Next, we have here helpless. So she's been feeling like this also, feeling quite helpless. Next, we have insecurities. Fearful. Feelings of rage. Vindictive. Now, a person like this, if they don't get a grip on this, that they can want revenge, shall I say, okay? But this one's very vindictive. We have here ghosting. So this ghosting energy is surrounding her. So this is someone that felt abandoned, okay? Either Julia abandoned someone or she felt abandoned, okay? Because she does have people that has raised her. So she could have been backing out from them. People that claims to be her family. Let me just say that. We have here grudge. Someone carrying a grudge. We have here denial. According to the spirit, she's in denial. We have here bias. And we have here rebellious. So this is someone who goes against the grain. Very free spirit, okay? Don't like to be told what to do. And we have the word drunk. So this could be, something that she could be into, drinking. Or this could be the background energy as far as the environment that she could have been in, as far as those that, raised her. Because I do have the word drugs here also. So I'm just trying to get an idea of who she is as far as me being led by the spirit. And none of this is my opinion. Only she can tell her story, but she is quite confused. It's like her memory is kind of erased when it comes to her childhood. And I truly believe a lot of that's due to trauma that she could have experienced in her, younger years. And a lot of times it can protect you because a lot of times people, just don't want to remember, to tell you the truth, due to the trauma they could have experienced. And that's also the body way of protecting itself. I'm just going to let whatever come out, okay? Divine Spirit, who is Julia? In the present. What's going on with Julia in the present? What's going on with Julia in the present? What's going on with Julia in the present? Woo, that's a lot. Hold up. Wait a minute. Okay. I'm just letting the spirit do the talking. I have argumentative. This could be a lot of background, energy. Okay. I have here guilt, carrying guilt. I have brainwash. I have here bitterness, manipulation, deception, boredom. This is someone that feels quite restless and they are longing for change. Desperation, trauma. So it looked like she has experienced some kind of trauma in her life. Aloof. So when it comes off quite distant. Awkward. She sees herself as very awkward. Abandonment issues. So she does come off as someone that has experienced abandonment as well. Okay. So she's experiencing abandonment issues in her life, temptation, being tempted, feeling ashamed, rejection. To me, Julia comes off as a what's the word I'm looking for? She comes off as a I got a brain freeze moment. I apologize. Oh, I can't think of that name. It'll come to me, family. It'll come to me. I'm just having a brain freeze moment. I hate when that happens. Oh, I can't think of that word. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I just can't pull it out. Um, I want to say foster child, but that's not the word I'm looking for. That's not the word I'm looking for. It's another word I'm looking for. I'm sure many of you know exactly what I'm talking about. But to me, she comes off, as someone that's, was placed in a situation, or she was forced in a situation that she didn't want to be in, but she had to make the most of the situation, if you know what I mean. But it's still a word that I'm looking for. I just can't think of it right now. But anyway, I have brainwash, deception. I have greed. And I did the first reading on her. We did see the word gold digger, okay? So it looked like also, it looked like she's had a hard upbringing as well. And we did see the word boredom. That's someone who's looking for change. They want something different, And to me, it looked like she's looking for a way out of her current circumstances as well, okay? But have you agreed? I have here gossip. People are talking around, this situation concerning Julia. I have here numbness. Usually I get this right here. This can let me know if a person, doing a lot of numbing themselves due to, drugs or alcohol. Okay. Now the word came to me. Thank you, Spirit. When I look at her, she comes off as an orphan. That's the word I'm looking for. I know I said foster child, but to me, when I look at her, she comes off as an orphan. Um, she may not really know who she really is, cause the word confusion is popping up in my spirit as well. Maybe she's confused about, who she really is, and she's just really hoping that she is, Madeline. But the fact that I'm seeing manipulation, people can take advantage of a situation as well. Okay, but that's what I was looking for, orphan. As far as the people that took her in, you know, um, not saying that they're not her parents, but that's how she comes off as an orphan. That's the point I'm trying to make. Okay, real quick. I want to make comparisons real quick. Hold on. I'm just trying to make comparisons real quick. Give me a minute. Okay, I just did this reading right here. I just did this one. And according to the spirit, it looked like she may not be Madeline, but I always say let things play out. That's my motto. Things have to play out, okay? Now I want to look at her energy and see what comes out real quick. Divine Spirit seeking clarity on the missing Madeleine McCann. What are those shadow energies surrounding the disappearance of Madeleine McCann? What are those shadow energies surrounding the disappearance of Madeleine McCann? Actually, when you look at them, they're quite similar, a little bit, family. Okay. I have here vindictive. Now we know this baby is not vindictive. Okay. She was what, 3 or 4 when she disappeared? But someone around her with these shadow energies was very vindictive. And a lot of times, a person like this can want revenge on you. Okay. But anyway, vindictive. I have internalizing, helpless, held hostage. So Madeline was taken against her will. She felt trapped in a situation that she could not see a way out. Victim. According to the spirit, she was the victim. Flighty. This is someone who easily gets upset. Drugs. I do sense that when she was taken, she was drugged. It has here arrogance. This could be the suspect or joker energy right here that took her. I have here fearful. I have here abandonment issues. So, of course, I'm sorry. I said abandonment issues, didn't I? I apologize. My error. Absent minded. Absent minded. I apologize. This is someone that's not focused, quite distracted to tell you the truth. Okay. But this baby was asleep. According to the, media, she was asleep when she was taken. I have here entanglement. So that's interesting for this to come out. This speaks about a complicated, difficult relationship that can be quite toxic. So the only thing I can think about is the environment that she was in. Okay? The environment that she ended up in was quite toxic. Now that's interesting for this to come out. The word drowning. You can look at this as though she actually drowned or she was drowning in her emotions. And when I did the first reading, the word water, the word/message water did come out. Okay. But this also could be someone that's emotional, okay? Feeling overwhelmed, drowning in their emotions. I have here ignorance. I have here insecurities. Now I don't know how long. Uh, I'm just saying, for instance, if she is deceased. Let me just say that allegedly, if she is deceased, because I would love for her to still be alive. Let me just say that. But 'cause let me say it like this: it doesn't look like they. I'm not sensing that whoever took her, she died just like this, like right away. I'm sensing that they had her around for a while before the unthinkable happened to her. Shall I say? I just don't sense that she was taken out right away. That's just what I'm picking up. And like I said, it's a good chance she could still be with us. I have here evasive, avoid commitment. I don't know why this would come out, but it did. It has here antagonist. So that could be the energy of the individual that took her. I have here destruction. I have here disrespectful. I have here the word rage. I have here ego bound. Confusion. The word callous. Someone that's showing no emotion. I have here anxiety. I feel like this would be Madeleine energy. And I have the word ghosting. That's interesting. This came back out. This is someone that feels abandoned. I think about somebody that dropped somebody off, ghosting them, leaving them hanging. Divine Spirit, when Madeleine was taken, what was going on with her when she was taken? What was those shadow energy that she had to deal with when she was taken? What were those shadow energies that was going on with Madeleine when she was taken? Bully. I have here addictions. So I truly feel like when they took her, she was dealing, well, they was drugging her. Let me just say that. And if someone is constantly drugging you, they're doing that to have you to where they can, overpower you and control you, shall I say. A lot of that, you can form an addiction. Let me just say that. If they're constantly drugging you. But anyway, I have here addictions. So you're looking at drugs, alcohol, or sex addictions. I have here blindsided, caught off guard, defiance, argumentative, and we saw the word bully. I have here feeling ashamed, gossip. People were talking because his child went missing. I have here greed, drain, feeling emotionally drained. I have here condescending. These are the energies that was going on around her, okay? I have here temptation. And then in my reading, I did, the spirit letting me know the person was tempted, acting out in their sexual urges, okay? That's the main reason why they took her. I have here deception and rejection. The word rejection. I have here boredom, Someone feeling quite restless, longing for change. I have here desperation. I have here complacency. Poor little Madeleine, she was unaware of danger. This is someone that's unaware of danger, the environment that they were in. I have here depression. And lastly, humiliation. So you can imagine what this child had to endure, humiliation. Excuse me. All right, this is the young woman that's claiming that she could be the lost missing British child, Madeleine McClain, okay? Is it McClain? McCain. I'm going to say McCain. So once again, I'm going to do it again. Divine Spirit, what are those shadow energies that Julia Wendell is carrying in the present? What's going on with Julia in the present? Depression. Okay. I have here feeling ashamed, experiencing temptation. Because she's being tempted. She's experiencing temptation. Drained. She feels emotionally drained. Look at that good old word greed coming right back out. Greed. And remember we saw the word we saw two words in that first reading. It was liar and gold digger. The way I see it, for me to see gold digger, she's just longing for a better life. We have here argumentative. Obviously her life was kind of hard to her. Okay, probably a lot of struggles. We have here desperation, withdrawing, boredom, longing for change, feeling quite restless, betrayal, hostility, condescending. She feels rejection, aggression, and guilt. Holding on to guilt and depression. All right, lastly, I'm going to use, let me see, the Cosmic Oracle. I'm going to use this real quick. I'm going to end this reading. Who is Julia in the present? Divine Spirit, who is Julia in the present? What's going on with Julia in the present? Who is Julia and what's going on with her in the present? Who is Julia and what is going on with her in the present? Who is Julia and what's going on with her in the present? All right, the first one, none of this is in divine order, okay? This speaks about somebody's luck. Luck is on your side. It has here, yes, luck is on your side. Now, some of this, I can't tell you what it means, okay? I'm just a messenger. It has here, date night. Get ready to be wined and dined. Get ready to be wined and dined. So this could be about background information that's going on with her. I'm just trying to make sense of it myself. I think about someone who's going on a date or is going to meet up with someone for dinner, chit chat. It has here retrograde, Mercury retrograde, electronic issues, communication issues, review everything. And this came out in the first reading about review everything. Something about pet. This came out in the first reading also. Getting a new pet. Giving a current pet more love. But she's not a pet. She's a human being. Anyway, maybe it makes sense to many of you. I'm not really sure what that means. This speaks about a guardian. A lost loved one watches over you. Manifest. Tell the universe exactly what you want. So this would be her, trying to manifest whatever it is that she's believing for. Pretty much whatever it is that she wants to happen, that's what she's believing for. Challenges. Make a decision. Work on inner healing. So according to the spirit, she has some healing work she needs to she needs healing work. Let me just say that, okay? And she's been experiencing some challenges as well. Communicate, compromise, forgive, work it out. I feel like a lot of this just background information is going on with her. Something about air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I'm not sure what her sign is. I don't know. It could be the individuals that are around her. I have here pregnancy. Someone is expecting. Now, I'm hearing that she is 21, I believe. Only time would tell if she's actually expecting. It has here earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, something about earth sign. Narcissist, someone is too full of themselves. And this came out of her last reading. The spirit is saying that she's planning on doing some traveling. I truly believe that she might end up meeting up with Madeleine parents. Vacation. You will be traveling soon. And if that's not the case, it looks like she's going to be doing some traveling, period. Cycles. Fate, karma, something ending, something beginning. So this speaks about cycles in an individual life, whether it's beginning or ending. And I do read my cards upside down. I could do it in this reading. I just didn't do it. I'm reading all these messages up, okay? It has here patience. Just a few more months. Good things comes to those who wait. And we did see the pregnancy, so I don't know. I don't know if she's. I don't know. Somebody is expecting. Somebody's expecting. Cause these two go hand in hand. These two. Let's go around one more time. Oh boy. Divine Spirit taking clarity. Who is Julia? What's going on with Julia in the present? Who is Julia? What is going on with Julia in the present? Who is Julia? What's going on, Julia, in the present? Who is Julia? All right, I'm going to end it on here. Certain messages come out for whatever reason, family. A lot of times they don't make sense to me, but they'll make sense to somebody else. This says, let go. Make room for the new beginnings on its way to you now. So this speaks about new beginnings. And also it says, let go. Right here, this speaks about moving. Change your residency, moving in with your partner. So it doesn't say parents, it says partner, but still it speaks about, it looked like that Julia's going to be doing some moving to a new location. Could this be a sign she might end up moving in with her actual parents? Who knows? But anyway, it says moving. It has here love spells. You've been bewitched. I think about somebody's being brainwashed to think or believe something. Or it could have been somebody could have put a hex on them or a love spell or something. Especially if she's been in a relationship. It has here distance. You and your partner may be physically or emotionally distant. So this speaks about distance. Either traveling distance or distance in a relationship, like breakup, separation. And someone is too full of themselves. That word narcissist coming right back out. Mercury retrograde, and this keeps coming out, family. Electronic issues, communication issues, review everything. So this speaks about go back and review everything. As far as how things played out, what was said. This coming back out again, date night. Get ready to be wine and dine. So this speaks about Julia, either going on a date or she's going to meet with somebody and being social. I'll be back. Expect to hear from them soon. So to me, a lot of this is just background information. It has here divorce, experiencing a breakup. This could be this only if she's seen somebody, okay? She may not be married, but it could be a separation, okay, a breakup. And this speaks about the honeymoon phase. Honeymoon phase, attending someone's wedding. If it's not a wedding, it can just be attending some kind of event, period. In the early stages, okay? Because we know honeymoon is the early stages of relationships. We have here communicate, compromise, forgive, work it out. We have here the earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorns coming out. We have here manifest, tell the universe exactly what you want. So that's what she's doing behind the scenes. And we have here guardian. This keeps coming out. A lost loved one watches over you. And lastly, this good old word pet keep coming out. Now we know that Julia is not a pet. She is a human being. It has here getting a new pet, giving a current pet more love. So I'm not really sure why this will come out, but it came out for a reason, okay? So anyway, I just want to get an idea of who is Julia. What's presently going on with Julia. And also, I wanted many of you to see the difference in Julia and Madeleine when it comes to me using the Divine Shadow Self Oracle. I was trying to let many of you to be the judge when it comes to me using that deck on those two. Do you see any similarities or what? Lastly, I'm going to use this, the Divine. I mean, not the Divine, but the this is the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck. Divine Spirit, what's presently going on with Julia? What's presently going on with Julia? What can we expect? What's presently going on with Julia? What can we expect? Okay, none of this is in divine order, okay, family? This is patient and planning. This is someone who's being very patient and they're sitting back planning their next move, okay? Next, we have the throat chakra card. This is someone who's speaking up and speaking out. They're doing a lot of communicating, okay? And they're exercising their throat chakra. So Julia behind the scenes is doing a whole lot of talking, okay? Next, we have prosperity begins. So this is someone who's coming to some money. So this lets me know that there could be people that's donating to Julia. Cause I think they said she has about either a 500,000 followers or 1,000,000 followers on TikTok. It's on one of those social medias account. But anyway, this is someone who's coming to some money for whatever reason. Prosperity begins. Right here, this is upside down. This is obstacles and challenges. Okay, this is someone that's also, out of their challenges, they're dealing with some power struggle as well. So as you see, this is Julie behind the scenes. She's watching, her steps very carefully because she doesn't want to fall in the hole that's before her. Let me just say that, okay? So it looks like she's dealing with some challenges behind the scenes, but definitely like she's also going to be dealing with some power struggles if she hasn't been experiencing it yet, because there are timelines to my readings, okay? So as you see, this is her walking the plank, and she's watching her steps very carefully because she doesn't want to fall in the hole that's before her, shall I say. Next, we have upside down. This is mental conflict. When this card is upward, this is someone who's presently dealing with a mental conflict. Is having the inability to get over something or someone. It's like something's constantly plaguing them and it's hard for them to shake it off. Like in her mind, she feels like she could be the missing, Madeleine Mccann. But for whatever reason, for this card to be upside down, it may not be true. This is someone who is hold on, my hand's itching. Sorry. This is someone who's releasing the mental anguish or whatever it was that was bothering them. Let me just say that. Now, if she is, that means that her mental anguish is over with because she now knows who she is. But if she isn't and she finds out, this can also be upside down because this is someone who's also releasing the mental anguish of now knowing who they are not. Let me just say that, okay? So it's either one or the other. But this is someone who's released the mental anguish of something that was constantly bothering them. And up here, lastly, this is upside down. Only time will tell that family. But this card is upside down. This is not a good sign at all. This is positive movement forward. This speaks about movement forward as far as the outcome upward is positive movement forward. Upside down is there will be no positive movement forward in this situation. It just depends on, this talking about, the DNA test results. Only time will tell, family. I'm wishing Julia all the best. I would love for her to be, the missing Madeleine McCann. But anyway, there will be no positive movement forward in this situation. But we have to let things play out, family. I wish Julia all the best. Thank you for watching. This is my reading on Julia. She's from Poland, I believe. She's coming forward saying that she could be the missing child, the British missing child, Madeleine McCann. Is she Madeleine McCann? Only time will tell. Peace to you all. Thank you for watching.